This is the Money Down Pod. That is Sean White. I am Kayvon Izami. Give my guy Sean a follow at Dumpster Fire Fan, myself at Kayvon_sports, and reach out to the show at Money Down Pod. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this Masters preview. As we have some amazing news, Tiger Woods, as you all know, will be playing in the Masters. So I will be officially glued to my TV set. I watch golf, but not nearly as intense as long as Tiger is involved, so that I'll admit it. I'll be honest with it. I know golf. I know the players. I follow it. I look at the scoreboards. I'll watch it here and there, but I watch it heavily when Tiger is involved. I'm much more of a tennis guy when it comes to watching it religiously. Sean, on the other hand, he does a lot of golf betting. So we both are going to give out picks, but Sean does really well with picking some of these long shots, some of these top 10s, top 20s. So definitely take his advice there because he is a proven winner at that. With all that being said, Sean, how are you doing? How excited are you about Tiger?
Doing well. I'm very excited to have Tiger back. I more so watched Saturday, Sunday because I usually have money riding Saturday, Sunday. That's really the way you get me to watch golf is if I have stakes at it. The NFL, things like that, I can watch and just be casually there and enjoy it. Same with basketball. But golf, for some reason, the juice you get when you put money on a golfer, especially if you have them to win and then follow that golfer, it's one of the better feelings, especially when it hits. I've hit 2-3 winners this year, and that's kind of what I like to bet. I only put $10 down, and I put it over about a 6-7 group of golfers and cheer for those 6 or 7. Because if you hit it, you win your money back. If you don't, you had a good time watching golf, which you wouldn't have done before. But Tiger being back just moves the needle to a whole nother extreme, and I know you're excited about it. I'm going to let you get into how you feel about Tiger coming back because I think it's amazing he even made it back to this, especially with the car accident he had.
It's absolutely incredible. It's listen, like there's a lot of opinions out there about Tiger, and I'll be honest with you, like I've always loved Tiger. I've always loved it, but I completely understand the people out there that used to or maybe still do hate him because he's an arrogant guy. He was a really arrogant guy, but I don't think we've ever seen in sports an athlete be humbled the way Tiger has been. And I think you're seeing it in real time, and you've seen it over the years now, how he's completely accepted that humility and he's changed who he is, man. He is a different guy. Like, again, I loved him when he was arrogant. I loved his swagger and all that. That's not Tiger anymore. So my whole point of saying that is I don't know how you're not rooting for him right now. The guy, literally, the doctor literally raised the thought to Tiger out loud, not inside, that we might need to amputate your leg after the car accident. That's on record now. Like that was an actual consideration. And now he's about to come out here and play the biggest and best golf tournament in the world. It's remarkable, man. It's a Hollywood story. Even if he doesn't do anything with it, it's a Hollywood story. And I really don't know how you cannot be cheering for him as things go around. Like I just can't see it. So I'm super excited about it. And this is my thoughts on just like him personally doing this, Sean. I don't think Tiger does this unless he truly believes he has a shot. That's my opinion. Do I think he has a shot? No. Well, if I had to bet my life savings on it for him to win it all or for him to miss the cut, I'm obviously going to take him to miss the cut. Okay? Because that is just insane. But Tiger Woods is insane. And Tiger Woods doesn't think like an average person thinks. And I do not think Tiger Woods would put himself, because look, he's going to get it done, but it's going to be painful. Like there's going to be 24/7 work on his body throughout this time. I don't think he goes through all this unless he for sure feels that he can hold his own and hold his own in this field. And that's why I think he's coming back, man. I really believe that. And I also believe, though, that he's not, if this was like the U.S. Open or anything like that, this is his course. He loves the Masters. He's dominated the Masters. The Masters has literally had to change the course numerous times because of how good he has done in the Masters. Any other tournament, I don't think he comes back yet. Because it's the Masters, I think he's ready, and I think he comes back, and I think he's going to give it his all, and I think he believes he can. Otherwise, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think he's playing no matter what. He basically said as much unless something crazy happens. He also said he feels like he can win it. And
Yeah.
I love the confidence from Tiger.
Same.
That's the type of confidence everyone loves about Michael Jordan, the Tom Brady's out there.
Yes.
The self-belief that you can come out and do stuff like that and be great. He's the greatest of all time, in my opinion, but we'll put him in the argument with some of the older guys, Jack especially, that some people would argue with. The thing is, I actually like a little bit of his odds to be playing on the weekend.
Yep.
The odds to make the cut have not came out. He's never missed a cut at the Masters before.
Never.
I don't think he's going to miss it this week. If he plays, I think he makes the cut for sure. Don't know if he can win it. That's a long shot for me. But listen to how powerful he is in the Vegas. I think he's plus 4,000.
Yeah.
To win it all off of the injury he had. That's the respect he has out there, which is insane. I wouldn't take him at that number, to be honest, because I don't think you're going to win it.
Yeah.
But if you want to sprinkle some money there, that's a fun one to bet. I don't trust that he can pull it off. I do believe that this is the tournament he was going to come back from. I thought if he was going to play it all this year, it was going to be two different ones. It was going to be here or the British Open because he loves Andrews.
Yeah.
So I feel like those are the two tournaments you're going to see him in this year, as long as he can keep that leg going and healthy. I don't know if he plays the U.S. Open or any of these smaller tournaments this year. I think these are the two that he loves. These are the courses he loves, and these are the ones he feels most comfortable at. So he's going to come in and think he can win it, and I can't wait to watch and see if he can, because this comeback that he's going through, I mean, his legs were all sorts of messed up, man. The way they described that car accident, some people thought he wasn't going to walk again. Now he's out there to play at the Masters. Amazing story. I can't wait to see what happens this weekend. Again, I would definitely take him to make the cut. Yeah. And I know you got a little more bets to go with him, so I'll let you discuss that. But I definitely think he makes the cut this week.
No doubt. I'm definitely going to be taking him to make the cut. I'm also going to be taking him to get top 20. Again, like you said, he's never missed the cut. And if he's going to make the cut, then I think he's going to be in the top 20. Like, if he's going to come out going, unless his body breaks down, which is definitely an opportunity. But I want to point this out here, man. I was thinking about this. He got, and maybe it's the Masters helping him out, he got a really good tee time on Thursday. He got 10:43. Why is that good? Because he's going to play early in the day. He's going to be done around, 2:33, something like that. He's going to have all afternoon and then all morning, because then he's going to tee off on Friday at 2:30. Like they always switch it up. So he's going to have so much rest time from Thursday to Friday to get his body worked on. Imagine if it was vice versa, where on Thursday he's teeing off at 2:30. Then on Friday, he'd be teeing off at 10. That there's no, you have no rest time there. So he got a really good first couple rounds in terms of timing wise, which are things you have to think about when it comes to a guy that literally, like you just said, we weren't sure was going to walk. So I'm going all in on Tiger, man. I'm going for him to make the top 20. I'm going for him to make the cut. Again, I think that the odds have moved way too much for him to win it, where it's just like, come on now, like you just said.
I think he started plus 65. He's up to plus 4,000. So.
Yeah, like that's just crazy now. I would not advise putting a lot of money on that at all. Like that's just, that's a long shot. But again, if anyone can do it, it's Tiger. I will be cheering him on. And I do, just like you, man. I do believe he makes the cut, and I believe he makes somewhat of a run on it where he's interesting and we're still watching and all of that stuff, as long as his first couple of rounds go well. I know do you want to get into some of your bets first, and then we just kind of go back and forth?
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot more bets than Kayvon, just because I bet the sport a lot more than he does, just like he bets the NBA a lot more than I do. So that's kind of how we fall bets wise. We both do football about the same amount. I do a lot more golf. He does NBA. So I'm going to throw out some bets here that I'm liking. And when I say that, I'm going to explain and break down how I do it. So each week, I put small amounts of money on several different players to win. The longest odds you can get outside of first-round leaders, which are almost impossible to pick. The thing that I do is most of the time these tournaments are about 110, 120 players deep, so the odds are longer, so you win more money off of it. Usually the top guys are like plus 1,500, plus 1,800, somewhere around there. The Masters is a 50-player field. So you're going to get shorter odds, but it's the Masters, so you want to put money down. So I'm going to pick about 6 to 7 golfers I like, sprinkle money on it, and hope one wins. And that's usually how I do these bets. Like I said, my payout is usually bigger on these other tournaments because it's a 120-person field. but it's the Masters, so you throw the bets. My absolute favorite this week, and I haven't been riding him at all this year, but for this week, I love Justin Thomas, JT. Give me JT to win this thing, plus 1,200. Here's why. He has Phil Mickelson's caddy, and Phil's won this thing 3 times.
That's
Having that caddy, having that experience that Phil had with bones on the bag, I think puts a player like JT over the top. I think he's going to be in contention this week. I love him at plus 1,200. My second favorite's Cam Smith. He won me the money at that last turn at the Players. That was a big payout for me. I had him going in that week. Cam Smith right now is the best short game player in the game unless Tiger comes back with his natural form, which you never know coming off the injury. The chipping and putting that Cam Smith does, best in the game right now. So I love him as well at plus 1,600. Those are my 2 favorites, but I also have some more that I'm going to go over. I'm going to pass it to Kayvon first, but those are my 2 favorites right there. Cam Smith, JT.
Love your thoughts on JT. And JT's awesome guy to bet there. So fun to watch as well. So I like that a lot. And didn't Cam Smith just win the tournament? Did you just
Yeah, I had him in I won the money on
won that. Okay,
yeah, I bet him the tournament he won, and that got me a big payout because it was the Players. There was 120 people in it. He was plus 3,000 that weekend. I put money on him, got the payout. So
incredible. You win one of those, you're set for a year pretty much, and just in terms of profit. All right, so a winner I took at 20-1 is Xander Schauffele. Schauffele's been amazing at the Masters when it's in April. We had that one year where it was in November. He didn't do very good there. The last 2 times it's been in April, he came up tied for second and tied for third. He plays well at the Masters in April. He came up just short against Matsuyama last year when Hideki won it, and he knows this course well. He's a smart golfer. I enjoy watching him play, and 20-1, it's not huge odds, unfortunately, but it's because he's done so well at it. So I definitely took a little sprinkle on him to win it at 20. I think I got it at 25-1. Let me make sure I got it there at 25-1. Yeah. And then my way longer shot guy that I got is Tony Finau. Now, I did a little of both with Finau. I did a little bit of him to win it all, and I did a little bit of him to become top 10. Okay. Now, Sean pointed this out when I was telling him about it. He's played bad so far this year, but he plays well at Augusta. He has been known to play well at Augusta. His game fits Augusta well. He's a very likable guy to me. I really like Tony Finau and his game. So I'm going to back Finau here for how he's played in previous years, which is kind of how I like to look at 2 things, kind of what you said, how they're coming into the tournament, which Finau doesn't have going for him, and then how they play at the Masters. I think the way they play at the Masters is such a big deal to me, which is why I'm advising, and I hope you aren't betting this guy. If you are, then we can go against it. I'm advising not to bet Rory. For some reason, man, Rory just is terrible at the Masters. This is the one he can't get. He cannot get. And maybe this year, I'm a Rory fan. I'd love to see him break through, but I can't put my money on him until I see him play better at the Masters. This is one he just cannot get through. So that's my one to not bet. But my 2 winners for this round will go. I have one more, Finau, and also going top 10, and then Xander Schauffele to win it all.
yeah, so I wouldn't bet Rory either. I'm fading Rory this week, as well as DeChambeau. I know he's a big-time popular player on the tour. Yeah. He's been injured for a while, hasn't really been playing, and he really, really struggles at Augusta. Wouldn't bet him at all. Don't put any money there. If he wins it, that'd be an absolute shock to me. Agreed. Honestly, I'd almost bet for him to miss the cut at this point. That's how I'd look at it. Schauffele, love that bet. I have money on Schauffele as well. I bet Schauffele most every week because he's always in the top 20, top 10. So if you want to bet those 2, and he's gonna win one of these days.
Yes.
Now Schauffele's my favorite player on tour, and I don't ever want to miss when he does win, getting the payout. So I always bet him to win as well. But I usually make that money back from his top 10s because he's just one of the most sound players out there. Love the Schauffele bet, so completely agree on that. Awesome. Another guy I'm loving this week, Will Zalatoris. Came on fire last year. I mean, on fire. He was the winner of one of the tour events earlier in the year that I hit on. I love Zalatoris, composed, young player. He was in like 30 tournaments last year to qualify, and he was making top 10s, top 20s, and all of those. He's in it this year on the PGA. He's plus 3,000. Like to sprinkle a little bit there because I think he has a shot. That's for sure. And then I also like Patrick Cantlay. He's really messed me up these few weeks. I had him in 1 week and he came in second. I did not take him the next week and he won. So I'm right there on him. I think it's a good shot this week that he's going to play with good contention. And he's right there in those mid tiers. I like to do 2 top tier bets that have the higher odds. So that's going to be like Cam Smith and my JT. Then I like to do 2, 3 mid tier guys. Schauffele, Zalatoris, Cantlay. That's those guys with those odds. And then I like to throw out a real long shot player. Like the plus 4,000s and above, real long shot. I would say Daniel Berger's playing well, but I actually like him for a different bet. I'm going to throw this at you. They haven't came out with the odds yet. First round leader is literally the hardest bet to hit in golf because it's so
hard.
No one knows. Some of the players just pick up better later in the week. It could be a random name. I like Daniel Berger to lead after round 1. I actually feel like he's came out and played these tournaments well lately, and I could see him really putting up a good first round. So that's an interesting one. Again, very long odds on those. They haven't came out with them yet. When they do, check it. And you rarely ever hit a first round leader. I've never hit one, but that's a fun
one, though. That's a fun
one. I actually like Tiger to first round lead as well. I think his first round is going to be round 1. I think he's going to have some decently long odds. And I think if his body's going to get through it, I think he's going to be out there with his confidence. This is going to be his strongest round. He's going to start it off hot, and that's going to really carry the momentum if he's going to make it through to the weekend. Last one I have, and then we'll go to your last guy. I'm really, really into guys that have experience here, and Louis Oosthuizen plays pretty well here.
Very well.
Plus 4,000. I like to sprinkle some money on him to win. He's been playing pretty decent this year, back and forth. Give me Oosthuizen a little bit as a sleeper guy that might be in contention on Sunday. He's my long shot pick to maybe win this thing.
Yeah, no, love it. Love some of those picks, man. Very fun, very cool. Definitely take notes, guys. Sean, as he said, has done really well at this. My last long shot here is Siwoo Kim at 65-1. Couple things here. Kim has now showed me he can win a big tournament. He dominated the 2017 Players. Also, he plays well. Low-key, he plays well at Augusta. I think he has 4 straight made cuts, including 3 top 25s and a top 12 in 2021 last year. So he plays well, and he's actually gotten better every single year moving forward. So this is a long, long shot, 65-1. If you want to be more just like maybe I don't know if I would use the word smarter, but maybe more frugal about it. Just do top 20, top 10. As I said, he has 3 top 25s in a row. But if you're looking for that big boom, that big payout, that's risky, but it could work. Siwoo Kim at 65-1 is my last play.
Yeah, I like Siwoo like that. I'll give you 2 extreme long shots to end us off. And these are extreme long shots. I mean, like extreme. If they win, it's almost like hitting a lottery ticket. Yeah. So you're not going to sprinkle a ton of money on this. Gary Woodland has been playing well. He's been making it to Sundays at a few of these tournaments. Give Woodland a shot here. Definitely better to make the cut. Definitely do stuff like that. And I'm going to give you the longest of long shots. Christian Bezuidenhout. Plus 15,000 to win it. I'd get a top 20 bet going on him, make the cut. And if you want to sprinkle a little bit, $5, $10 out there for the win, if he can pull it off. He plays well at tough courses, but again, he's one of those shaky guys where he could miss the cut, he could make it. Yes. But if he makes it, he's usually on fire in contention, but he could be completely out of it by Thursday. So he's one of those. That's why the odds are so long there. He's a fun one, though. He plays well at tough courses, so watch out for him.
Then that's what those are all about. Those are the fun ones. You play it light, you have fun, you watch it. If it loses, it's okay. If it wins, you're rich. That's how it goes. So good stuff there, Sean. This is the Money Down Pod Masters Edition. Tiger Woods is back. All of you out there, enjoy the Masters. Enjoy your weekend, as this is my favorite golf tournament of the year. And then next week, we really will ramp up our NFL draft talk. It's going to be a fun one. We really are getting so close for all you draft nerds out there. So stay tuned for that. Let us know who you guys have winning the Masters or some top 20 picks. Give us in the comments. We'll shout them out. We'll kind of track and see who's gets closest with their bets moving forward. So good looks there, Sean. Have a good one. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in at Money Down Pod. Like, subscribe, review. Talk to you soon.